So today I'm going to cover one small short note type of topic which is based on web service oriented design, web service 1 basic profile. So web service 1 basic profile, which is also called as first generation web services. Generally in web service design, in SOA, SOA will implement a common set of shared technologies. Generally, in decomposition, in compose SOA phase, we have seen that SOA will implement a common set of shared technologies based on key XML and first generation web service specification. So today I am covering this first generation web service specification. Generally, in first generation web services are developed. So in initial days, the web services are developed only with the help of SOAP protocol. SOAP is Simple Object Access Protocol. So with the help of Simple Object Access Protocol, the first generation web services are again developed. So let us see first generation web service basic profile. What that basic profile covers. So the first generation web service basic profile, they cover different technologies, different specifications. So version number 1 or 1.2 comes under first generation. So basic profile that proposes that the organization standard, generally the organization standards are again used, standard specifications are again used while developing the web services, first generation web services. Generally WSDL 1.1 is used, XML schema 1.0 is used, XML SOAP 1.1 is used, namespaces, UDDI 2.0. So these are what the specification followed, covered in web service 1 first generation web services. So in first generation web service profile covers the WSDL, XML schema, SOAP, namespace, UDDI 2.0. In web API, this is not covered. So only the SOAP-based service covers, means SOAP-based service is a part of web service 1 first generation web services. So this WSDL, XML schema, SOAP protocol, namespaces, UDDI, everything is again available when we develop the web services. When the web services are again executed, the WSDL file is automatically generated. So the today's technology developer, technology vendor, they have provided the tool. So whenever we are executing the web services, the WSDL file is automatically generated. In previously, that WSDL code is handwritten by the developers. So how this particular WSDL code look like? So I am showing you the WSDL code of calculator web service. So WSDL code of calculator web service look like this. So I am showing you the WSDL copy of calculator web service. I have created the WSDL Java service. So Java service, and whenever the Java service is again executed, Java service create the WSDL file. So I have created one calculator web service. I have already uploaded that video. If you have not seen that Java web service video, so please visit that Java web service video. Whenever that calculator web service is created in Java, and whenever we are executing that bottom-up service, in that case, the WSDL file is automatically created. And that Java service I have used, that WSDL is again created with the help of Apache Axis version. So Apache Axis is what? Apache Axis is nothing but the service provider. They have provided the service, and with the help of that service, this WSDL file is generated. As we have seen that the first generation web service covers the WSDL, then XML schema, then UDDI, then SOAP. So everything you will find in the WSDL database. So where to find the XML schema? See here, The schema here, the XML schema starts, and here the XML schema name is HTTP www.w3org. So W3org is what? It's a consortium. So World Wide Web, they provide you the standards. So they are providing the XML standard, and through that XML schema is again used. And what is that XML schema name? A namespace, http://service.ims.com. So namespace. So first generation web services are again assigned the namespaces, and here the namespace name is http://service.ims.com. So this is what the WSDL version. So here the WSDL version is created with the help of Apache's version 1.0. So the WSDL tag is again started from this particular. From this, the WSDL tag is again started. WSDL tag start and WSDL tag end. So this WSDL tag covers XML schema. So XML schema name, we have seen that the schema start here. So XML schema started here. XML schema ends. So end tag is also available. So here we are passing different variables. In case of this calculator service, we are passing integer I and integer j variable, and the data type of these two variables are integer, and they are returning the addition response, subtraction response. So we are passing the two numbers, and through this web service we are calculating the addition response, subtraction response, multiplication response, and division response. So this response we receive when we send the request. So we are sending the request, XML request to this first generation web services, and this first generation web services, with the help of SOAP protocol, with the help of WSDL, they accept the input, and that input is again passed to the service. So with the help of service interfaces, we are passing the parameters to the web service, and the web service processes the request and gives the request back to the user. So subtraction response, addition response, multiplication response, and division response. So generally this WSDL covers different tags. So here port type is one of the tag of WSDL. So element is one of the tag of WSDL. Port type is one of the tag of WSDL. WSDL perform different operations. So subtraction, multiplication, addition, division, these are the operations performed by the particular WSDL file. Here we are using the SOAP tag also, the SOAP binding. So here the SOAP protocol is used for passing the parameter from user to service provider, and the service provider to service requester. So that message is again passed by the SOAP protocol with the help of SOAP binding, and the SOAP protocol takes the help of HTTP protocol. So HTTP, hypertext transmission protocol. So HTTP protocol is used for transporting the message from one computer to another computer, from service requester to service provider, and service provider to back to service requester. So here the web service specifications covers the WSDL, SOAP, UDDI, XML, XML schema, and one more thing, the address URL. So endpoint URL is also covered in the WSDL file. So the endpoint URL is nothing but the URL where actually the web service is again hosted. So we have hosted the web service with the help of localhost 8080, and on that 8080 our calculator service is running. So with the help of WSDL we will get the idea of the first generation web services. So first generation web services covers WSDL, schema, SOAP, namespace, and UDDI. UDDI is what? Universal Description Discovery Integration. So every web service is again described with the help of WSDL document, and that description is recorded in a central storage in UDDR, central repository, so that the service requester can find the WSDL through internet or through cloud server. So he searched the WSDL is found, then WSDL reference is again included in the client project. So that through that WSDL the communication is took place, and that WSDL is again a part of a web service 1 basic profile. So web service 1, first generation web services covers the WSDL. So WSDL is what? The generally service interface is the focal or important point of service oriented design phase, and primary deliverable of each of the service design process. So whenever the service is designed, then this service is designed with the help of WSDL document, and that WSDL is again given to the end user, so that end user can write the GUI for that WSDL. So take the reference of that WSDL and design the GUI in any technology. So XML schema. So we have seen that the XML schema. So it's a WSDL is nothing but the XML document, and XML tags are again used. So schemas are again applicable. So namespace is again provided, and the XML schema started, XML schema ends. So XML schema definition establish the data integrity. So data that I value, variable I, variable j value, a request and response is again passed. So that data is again integrated throughout the service oriented architecture with the help of XML schema. Then the SOAP protocol. Generally, SOAP protocol is a messenger protocol, messaging protocol. It uses the HTTP protocol, and with the help of HTTP protocol, that envelope is forwarded from service requester to service provider, and from service provider back to the service requester. So SOAP messages are what? The fuel of all the action within the contemporary SOA. So contemporary SOA, the actions are again performed with the help of SOAP protocol, SOAP messages. So they are therefore considered just as a fundamental to the service oriented environment as a WSDL definition. So in WSDL definition, we are using the SOAP tag, SOAP binding, and through that SOAP envelope, the data is passed from one computer to another computer. Then the namespaces. So every web service or that WSDL document, the namespace is again assigned, and that namespace is what? The unique name is given for each and every web service, so that that unique web service is again just like the URL. So every website is having the unique URL. So similarly, every web service is again having a unique namespace. So don't repeat the namespace, give the separate namespace. So every namespace describes individual service. So namespace is an easily overlooked part. Establish a standard SOA is the information domain organization system provide to us through the use of namespace. So namespace is what? Namespace in service oriented architecture cannot be created arbitrarily. They must be viewed as identifiers of business or technology domain, and accordingly applied as a qualifier for corresponding WSDL element. So the namespace is again included in the WSDL element. It's a unique name, and through that name, that web service is registered in the UDDI. And the last component of web service 1 basic profile is UDDI. So UDDI is Universal Description Discovery Integration. So whenever the service is again executed, the service is tested thoroughly, and after testing, successful testing, that web service is deployed on internal server or internal server with the internal use, or on the internet or a cloud server for the external users with the help of UDDI. So UDDI is a central repository where all the web services are recorded, stored, and through that WSDL, UDDI, the web services are again searched by the service requester. So nowadays, the web services developer, they use their personal websites for providing the WSDL or Web API. So UDDI provides the industry standard means of organizing the service description. So one unique name is given to each and every web service, and this web service description is again properly organized in the UDDI document. So UDDI is a universal discovery description, discovery, integration. So all the UDDI, all the visual documents are again available in UDDI, and you can search with the help of query. You search the visual document, and that visual is again included in your client application. And based on that visual, you read the visual and you design your service interface. So in service designing, the service interface is designed, and for designing the service interface, we require the visual document, and this visual document is generated with the help of web service 1 specification, basic profile. So generally in the olden days, the SOAP-based services are again developed, and that SOAP-based services using the version 1. So it's a web service 1 basic profile. So they covers total 5 things: WSDL, then XML schema, namespaces, UDDI, and SOAP protocol. So these are the 5 components of web service 1 basic profile. So this particular topic, the examiner may ask the short note type of question on this particular topic. So this topic is important from the exam point of view. So today I am covering this much only.